Hello and welcome to the Misky and HND Company's review of the music show. Da, da, da.
So the first group was the old-fashioned kind of images, and it had quite a bluesy feel to it. What does everyone think about that one?
It was my favourite one, to be honest,
Oh, me
because
too.
like,
Same.
the
No, it wasn't mine.
only thing is because it reminded me of like Stalingrad, but I understand what they did because like they went back into the person's the old person's mind of what he used to think, and now he's come out of prison. It's all like technology and stuff.
Oh yeah, it went from like through the ages.
Yeah.
So it was
Oh, I never
old-fashioned
thought that from
to
it.
Did it?
modern.
Yeah, I did.
But I
I
don't know,
did.
like the beat that they did, like dum 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 dum.
It fit
That's
in with the
not
time
original.
period.
That's the only
Yeah.
thing. Like they're supposed to be original written music, but it's like just the normal old-fashioned beat that you associate with that. So I like that beat, and that's probably why I liked it. But I didn't think it was as original as it could have
That was
been.
my favourite.
But I really like the drummer.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of Our Ways of Seeing Peace because he went into prison, and then you saw him when he was young, and it didn't tell you what he got put in prison for, but he come out old. But there was an image of him doing like these like push-up things on a bar.
I didn't realise it was all about that guy.
Yeah, and then it reminds me of Our Ways of Seeing Peace because even though the girl and the guy grows up with this dog and then the dog is isolated, but he comes out of prison and his wife has died and then he's left on his own.
Isolated.
We don't know if he's got other family members. Like we didn't see that, so it just kind of reminded me of Our Ways of Seeing Peace.
See, that one was the most confusing for me. I just didn't put the links together, and I was sitting there thinking, there's lots of images. I don't know why.
Yeah, I felt the same. I only saw that. I was only able to see the first one.
I realised that there was something to do with this old guy, but I didn't realise what.
Yeah.
Kevin?
No, I don't know what I was going to say.
Well, I loved that one. That was my favourite because I loved that whole era and the old-fashioned
Yeah.
thing. But I thought it would have been really good. The singers, and I know the drummer's got to concentrate on his drums, but the singers, I think it would have been better if they did some sort of dance or something.
None of the singers had any
No.
pizzazz or
Yeah.
any.
No.
They were like,
I think that's the problem. Like you need, like even if you're a musician,
it just needs to be
you
entertaining.
still need stage
Yeah.
presence.
I
Like, you
know.
can't
But they
just.
don't have that.
And
Yeah,
they were all
same.
purposely looking at the back to watch the screen. And I know you might have to like watch the screen to know where you are, but
They could
there
have
was
come
no
on
connection
in
to
like a
us.
fab outfit and did some
Like
little,
flappers.
little flapper
No, I
dresses
I
and did some
disagree.
Yeah.
dancing.
No, but
I
I think
agree.
because the focus is on the
That's
video
true,
and
yeah.
they're just putting music towards the video.
I do get
I get
what
what
you're
you mean,
saying.
and I thought
Yeah,
they could
yeah.
have brought look at them.
They-
They
But
had
it
to
was
wear
never-
black. They had to wear black clothes as well and try and be neutral because they didn't want to take away.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
can
I
still have
think their
stage
job is to
presence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Their job is to accompany the video, not the video. Like,
Yeah, but I think like obviously like stage presence, you like as we all know, you don't have to do something big to have presence.
They just need to be
Yeah.
engaged.
Yeah,
in what they're
but
doing.
there was some people like I saw this girl. She walked on, and then she looked at the audience, and then she turned her. She weren't even facing her microphone face
Face
on
on.
and looking at the screen with her eyes. She turned her whole body so her back was to the audience. I think, and then sung into her mic like sideways and looked direct at the screen.
Yeah.
I think that undermined what she was doing because for me, I thought, oh, she looks a bit embarrassed. So I think that they can just, if they just stand there and then sing and then, like, well, not sing, do what they're doing, and then just have a presence but not taking it away from what the story of the screen what they're playing to.
I just don't feel they're connecting to their piece at all. I think they just put. I mean, they must have some sort of idea behind it, but they put the images together. They work really hard on their music, and then they just throw it all away at the last minute because they're not actually engaged with what they're doing. They're just standing there looking really bored.
They're playing, not performing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the vocals of the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy.
The boy,
Yeah, the one when he went high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go on to the next group?
Yeah, the next group, it was a lot to do about prison, and I thought it had a lot. It was a lot darker.
I thought that was the first one.
No, this one was. It also
The
had some
aeroplanes.
aeroplanes in it. Yeah, but it was a lot darker.
I just got really confused with that
Yeah.
one. And do you know what? After when the third lot of band came on, I literally went to Harriet. what was the second group about? Like, I couldn't even remember their
Yeah.
piece because it was so forgetful.
I
it
don't-
wasn't memorable
I
at
don't
all.
remember it
Actually,
now.
can't remember.
No, I don't
don't
know.
No,
what
I
it is.
can't really.
Was that like the kidnap one? They had
No.
the girl. It wasn't that.
No.
That was
No.
the third one, wasn't it?
Because
No, that was
explain
the second one, wasn't
Wasn't
it? Because
No, I
like,
think it was.
yeah, the girl got kidnapped, and then like the guy called up someone to try and get her, and he had to give the money to her.
Oh,
That wasn't the one
yeah,
with the
yeah.
planes in it, though, was it?
No, that wasn't.
There was planes in it.
Yeah, there was planes in
parachute
that one,
and
but
like-
not, yeah.
Yeah, because the guy had to travel to
To
But I
try
thought
and
that
get
was
her.
the
Yeah.
third one.
No, that was the second.
Well, I would have said that was
Because
the
I
third
thought
one.
the
Yeah,
images
that's
were quite exciting, like the kidnap. There was a little story going
Reminds
there.
me of Taken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
It reminded me of Taken.
But
Are
the
we on the
music
second
didn't-
one?
And James
yeah,
Bond.
But the music just didn't back it up. There was nothing. I can't even remember what the music
Disagree.
sounded like. It wasn't anything exciting.
I thought the drummer in the second one was quite good again.
Yeah.
Because I feel like whenever they do without words, the potential that you see is only from the drummer.
Yeah.
Because like they have the most to do, and like in normal shows when you go and
There
see
was
it, it's
some
more the
nice riffs
singers.
in there as well.
Yeah, I thought that I don't know, the singers just blend into the background for me, and I just feel like they don't
Yeah.
need to be there.
No,
It is a
I don't
difficult
think they
process
don't
for
need to
them.
be there.
It is a difficult process for them because a singer sings words.
Yeah.
No, but then
Not
I
sound.
did feel in some of them because overall I thought the music sounded better in this show than I've heard it before because the voices weren't getting drowned by the music. The drum, the
Yeah.
guitar wasn't getting drowned by the drum. Like it all blended nicely.
But
But I thought the voices created an atmosphere, like in some of them anyway. In the first one, definitely.
no, I'm just saying it's more difficult for them.
Oh yeah,
because
no.
They can't sing words. And I felt in some of them they used the piano where they could have used voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to have heard more voices
Yeah.
because there was only occasions where they chipped in, but I think they could have done so
And like
much.
one
more.
of the ones that was like near right at the end, literally I was looking at the singers, and I thought they have not said one note throughout the whole thing, and at the end they just went, oh well, and that was it. And I just thought, what was the point of that? Because they're only saying one thing, like
Or even if they use their voices in other ways, like to make sound effects, or if it's not always,
yeah,
just talk to help create the atmosphere.
yeah.
Because I think they relied a lot on like the piano, like you know when they use like the sound effects on the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They relied on that a lot when they could have
Yeah.
actually done it.
I just think like they could have been more creative with stuff because
Yeah.
obviously they get given their stimulus or whatever, or maybe they pick it themselves and they put this together, and then the drummer goes, oh yeah, I can play this. The guitarist goes, yeah, I can play this, and then the singer just sort of goes, yeah, I'll do an R a bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that it was like a snippet of mini shows though, because like they didn't seem to have the same stimulus. They had one stimulus for each little presentation.
Is that the way it's always been?
I don't know. I can't remember.
They might not have. They might have had the same stimulus, but just got different from it.
Yeah,
Like,
possibly.
do you
But
know
they're,
what I
they're
mean?
so varied.
Because I did feel like nearly all of them was quite like emotional. Like they went for that type of
Yeah, they always
Feel.
went for isolation.
yeah. So yeah.
What's the next one?
The third one, it was about cowboys.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought, and it had the gunshot in it.
Yeah, and that gunshot right at the end.
Yeah.
it,
I
like,
like that. It told a clear story.
yeah, I did like it, but there was one bit when it was like, "Loo-loo." I think like they used actual cowboy
almost
sounds,
like spaghetti sound.
but I think that was again like the piano. I don't think they used their voices.
Sort of cheating it.
But I think that they had a little muck up in that one because I remember the singers and the drummer were like, oh my gosh, and they just gave it all. Oh, they can't hear that. But they pulled big facial expressions, and I just thought they just completely. I didn't even know, but it was only because they just have no professionalism, I don't think, and they didn't cover it up. They were just quite. They found it quite funny that they made a mistake, and I don't think they really.
Yeah, I
What-
think
what
yeah,
was
I
the
remember
mistake?
that.
What was the
I don't know. We don't know the mistake because we don't know the piece, but we just saw them looking slyly at each other through the corner of their eyes, thinking, "Shit, we've made a mistake."
This might sound bad, but I think I would have liked it more if I didn't see the actual band on stage. I don't like, not because of them, but I think I can concentrate more with the music.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
watching them, I'm distracted by the image plus them
I
playing.
couldn't even see half of them because the wing was in my way, so I
Yeah.
literally had to keep leaning over to see like three of the members of the band.
And
Yeah.
most of the time, you're looking at them, trying to look like what they're doing, actually doing, like
Yeah.
their faces there.
I
Yeah.
think that goes back to the musicians are meant to accompany the video, so technically we're not really meant to watch the band. but your instinct is to watch them.
But
If they were
are-
facing outwards, I think I'd be more watching the screen if they was actually facing outwards. For some reason, when they were facing in, I seem to watch them more.
I don't
think.
know. I disagree because I'll see little traits that will be like a way a person sings for me, like, or the way someone's playing their guitar. Like, I don't know. When I see little traits like that on the stage,
Yeah.
I focus to that. But I don't know. For me, I'd prefer them on there because when there was this little like, what's that little whistle thing?
Oh my God.
Like it goes.
Oh, like a
it's like-
didgeridoo?
No, there's like
Panpipes.
4.
Panpipe.
Yeah, and one's longer.
Peter
That's
Pan
all
plays
right.
it.
Pan-
Yeah. I heard like one of them instruments in one of the pieces, and I was looking around for who was playing that.
It
and
was
then
on
I saw
the
the
keyboard.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
And then I saw the keyboard, and then I was thinking, so maybe I would have been more like, oh, somebody was playing that if the band weren't there, but knowing that just kind of helped me.
Yeah, they always use the same instruments. They never use
That's what I was going to say. I think it would be
Yeah.
interesting if, like, for each like sort of group, like, rather than just using like sound effects, like for another instrument, if like they all brought like a unique instrument to each
Like,
one.
do you remember? I think it might be a year or 2 years ago. Some guy played the bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Chris.
Oh.
It would have been like
Okay.
nice for each group to have like had something separate, something different to make them unique.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, no, there was a what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the partially blind guy who played guitar.
Yes. Was he partially blind? or
Well,
blind?
I don't know because I don't want to like judge and say he's blind just because he was leading
It's
something.
not
Like,
judgment,
but like he got the guitar and I saw him like look up to the audience and was like, so I don't know if you just sensed that they were there,
I think he would have,
but
because he got led in and out. He
Yeah.
really had no clue of his
Okay.
surroundings.
was this one about forests?
That's the,
I think that's like
that was
I thought
Is that the
there was
next
mental
that
asylum,
little
wasn't
bit that the EQ was slightly wrong on that. I wish he had been pushed up because he had
because
that nice
he
little
had
riff.
really nice like little
Yeah,
like
it was
mental.
gentle. And then you had all the
like dum da da dum.
join in, but
Um,
then that was just completely
It
lost.
faded out.
Was that the one with a lot of feedback? There's one that had a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
That might have been the last one or the one.
is this the one with the little girl? And
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, with that one, that was like.
What little girl?
Oh,
I thought
the
this was-
spooky one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it
Is
was-
that the
Oh,
one?
Oh, that one
okay,
now.
that's a bit
Yeah.
further
This
on.
is that the same one?
I
This
know,
Yeah.
I don't-
Yeah.
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 in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of got like, two stories at it. Like when it started off, I thought it was just like a family gonna go on like a camping trip, and then like it would have like been looking up at the stars or something. But then when it started like with the mental asylum and like the pictures of like, the creatures and the monsters, like I kind of got two different like stories from it. And then
Yeah.
I think with the ending picture, it was like the little girl on the floor. I think it was like open for interpretation. I mean, like, did she end up in there, or was it like a dream for her or something? But
I quite liked it. But I kept drifting in and out of it. So the only bit that I was kind of concentrating on, because I was looking at the band half the time, and when I looked at the images, it was just the scary bit, and I saw a bit of forest and stuff. But I liked the blonde girl, because I thought she was quite good because she sung and played guitar, and
Right.
she brought more of a stage presence out of all the singers that I saw. And yeah, she looked like she had a bit of passion. To
I
her.
feel with like all the stories though, just everything went a little bit depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was
Like
like the
Lewis
one,
said,
the
just
love
like-
story. I was like, oh, this is
Oh,
really
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And then she
So
died.
cute, the little
There was
Labrador.
A fire on the train, wasn't there?
Yeah,
exploded.
it was like,
Oh yeah,
why would you do that? You sick.
that bomb.
But you know the scary one, I really like that because did anyone notice it was a little girl in the red coat like what we researched in Stalingrad?
That's exactly what I
Yeah.
thought when I
What's
saw
that?
it.
The little girl in the red coat.
And
was-
the image from Ways of Seeing last year.
Oh really?
What was it?
You know in the
Umbrella.
scary
Oh no,
one.
it's red umbrella. No.
Red umbrellas.
The
It was a
little
red
girl,
little umbrella.
Yeah, in the forest.
girl in the red coat that we researched. I don't know whether they looked at the same story, but I liked it when that really scary face kept coming up and